to shine, go shut it. Empress talk, spread the news.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Empress Talk. Today we are going to be talking about the Megan versus Tory, the verdict. Man, y'all know the comments is going crazy right now. I mean, but it's going on both sides. So that's something that I want to talk about and talk about some of these comments. I mean, you got some people for Megan and you got some people for Tory. So you know what, you guys, let's talk.
Time to shine, go shut it. Empress talk, spread the news.
Let's just jump right on into this, because basically I want to know, because you got all these people that are basically, you got a lot of people saying that Tory's innocent. He got convicted and he didn't do anything, and just really supporting Tory. And it's in any case, you're gonna have that. But I want to know why y'all think Tory is innocent. I mean, because he was there, he was involved in whatever altercations was going on, and technically he ain't innocent. He was a part of it. He was a part of that young lady being shot. She didn't lie about being shot, so she was shot. And my thing about that is, why are people treating Tory like he's the victim? He's not the victim in this. Megan is the victim, but everybody is treating Megan like she did something wrong. Now, and I see a lot of comments saying, oh, we need to protect our black men. Okay, but what about our black women? Now, this was a black man who did something to a black woman. So why is it so, oh, protect our black men, but nobody is thinking about this black woman who just went through some trauma? She was shot, bullet fragments, whatever it was, in her foot. She didn't lie about that. So why is now she being portrayed like she is this awful person because she told what happened? Now, I'm just gonna say this. I don't believe nobody telling the truth. I think it's still a whole bunch of the story that we do not know. But the fact of the matter is, she did get shot. She did have the bullet fragment. So whether Kelsey and Tory, he was trying to take the gun and the gun went off, or he shot up in the air, or she shot on the ground, whatever the situation was, Megan still got shot. But people are not treating her like she got shot. People are now going towards Tory like he's the victim in all of this. But he's not a victim. He was part of whatever was going on. So he's not the victim. And he can't sit up here and act like he's innocent, like he didn't have nothing to do with it. Why? Because he made a couple songs, or he made a whole album talking about that night and what happened. If you were so innocent, why did you feel the need to even do that? And then in the beginning, didn't Megan try to protect Tory when she didn't tell anybody who shot her? Because she was like, oh, I don't know. And then when it had to come out and she had to really tell the truth about Tory shot her, then she just became this awful person. Joe Budden say what awful person she was because she did some nasty things to nice people. I mean, but that still does not take away from the fact that she is the victim. And she was on trial, and she had to prove that he shot her. Every time there's a victim, people don't really support the victim like they supposed to, and then they wonder why black women especially do not report it, because look at what she has to go through. I mean, you are talking about a young lady. I think she's about 27 years old. At the height of her career, she lost her mom and her grandmama within weeks of each other. So now her whole support system for this industry is gone. She probably couldn't even grieve correctly because she was at the height of her career when her mom and her grandma passed. But she had to keep moving and keep moving and not properly deal with emotions that she has going on, that she really don't have anybody to confide in, because the two people that she did, they are no longer here. And now this happens to you, and now it's like a whole nother trauma that she has to deal with. And nobody really thought about her mental health. This young lady sat there and said she wished she would have died after she got shot. Now, that lets you know that this has taken a strain on her mental health. And nobody is looking at that, because everybody want to say, oh, Tory didn't shoot her, oh, Tory. And that's another stress. And then I think after the verdict, I heard the owner of the label that she's signed to, like, he don't even really believe her. He's like on Tory's side. Now, that's your label. You know, they supposed to have your back, regardless of whatever we going through. Because I know her label is going through something. But this is still a young woman who went through a traumatic situation. And instead of people embracing that, they kind of, pushed her off to the left and embraced Tory like he was this victim, and oh, this shouldn't have happened to him. And no, baby boy, you was involved with it. The girl, she just happened to be smarter than Tory and was like, oh, if y'all want me to testify, I get immunity. Like, her ass should be in jail too, because I think they both had something to do with it. So they both need to be in jail. Not just Tory, but she was smarter than that. She got immunity. So Tory is not innocent, and he is not the victim. What role he played in it, we will never know. But everybody do know Tory do got like a little temper. Didn't he get into an altercation a few months ago about beating somebody up because he felt they disrespected him or whatever he said that the guy did to him? So I say he's not innocent just because it's like you're an accomplice. You was there. You partook in whatever was happening that night. You were involved in it some way, somehow. So all this, oh, Tory didn't shoot her. Oh, we should protect the black man. Yeah, we should. But we should also protect the black woman, because as a black woman and as a person who has been a victim, like, it is so unfair to us that we don't even have the support of our culture to back us. We are the least respected person that there is. It's like black women can get disrespected all the time, and it doesn't even matter to people. But the thing, and it was really about how nobody is really taking into consideration her mental health. Like, everybody just thinks that she lying and she did this and this is not going to affect her, but it does. And I think that's the part that people just really don't understand, is that she went through something and she has a very small support system. And I think for Megan, either way this verdict would have went, it's going to be harder on her than Tory. It's going to be harder on her than Kelsey. I don't even think nobody really cared about what Kelsey had to say, because everybody knows she has something to do with it too. I believe everybody know that. But hey, what can you say? She got immunity. But she's really struggling with her mental health. And it's like, we are really ignoring that fact. And people are saying some really nasty things about her or in this Tory thing. And then when you have these celebrities who come and smile and do all of this, and then the next thing you know, they commit suicide, then you're wondering like, oh my gosh, what happened? I thought they were so happy. I thought they was this. I thought they was that. But you don't see what happens when they're really at home and what really goes on. So, I am the person to be like, every action has its consequences. And Tory was involved some type of way. So his action has a consequence. Nobody wins in this situation. Nobody wins in this situation. because we do have another young brother that's going off to prison. And then we have this young black woman who now is struggling with her mental health. There are no winners in this situation. And especially for Megan, because she would have been ridiculed even if Tory was set free. Then they would have really been on her. They would have really drug her through the mud. But now that Tory was found guilty, she's still being drugged through the mud. Tory is not the victim in this. And I hate that people are trying to portray Tory as a victim. Okay, he got convicted 2 days before Christmas and he wasn't going to get to spend Christmas with his kids. That don't make him no victim. He's still not a victim. Megan is the real victim in this. And I wish that people would really understand that. Praying for Megan, for her strength, and for her mental health, because she has a lot to deal with for such a young lady. And nobody is looking at that. I know her boyfriend is there, and I know he's giving her some support, but she's at a time where she don't have her mom or her grandma. Probably the two women that she looked up to and admired the most. She don't have them. So now who does she have? And everybody just want to shoot darts at her instead of saying, come on, baby, we got you. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad. And I think as a community, we need to do better. We really need to do better. So there is a young lady that is going through some traumatic problems, and we need to protect her as well. And like I said, there are no winners in this case. And it's sad on both parties. But we as a community, we need to come together and we need to step up and we need to be better for both our black men and our black women. I pray for both of them. I pray for both of their families. I pray for healing for both of them. And as always, love life, live life to the fullest. Bye-bye.
Is away, time to shine, go shut it. Empress talk, spread the news. Woman smile.